Hi there, Loy Machedo, speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Okay, I got this question from the post that I put on my community page. You can ask me any question you like. So I did get some of the guys who are planning to visit the Middle East during Ramadan. Okay, Ramadan is, I'll give you the dates. Ramadan in the Middle East or in UAE specifically it starts on March 22nd, 2023 and goes up to April 21st, 2023, nearly a month. And for those of you who don't know what is Ramadan, which I will be surprised, it is the month where you're fasting. You're fasting and praying. And Muslims, they fast from before the sun rises all the way to the sunset. Okay. So they call it what? Azan. Azan is, I think, call to prayer or whatever. Okay. So what happens is Muslims, they don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't eat, they don't drink even water. So it's, and given the fact that it's summer months, it becomes very hard. Okay. Now, obviously, because I've spent a lot of time with Arabs and Muslims, they actually convert the daytime where they eat into night. So the whole night, many of them are actually eating the whole night. I've literally been with Arabs, stayed with them, and I know this. They will eat all the way. Some of the local Arabs, Emirati family, they will eat meat and lobster and prawns and shrimps and beef and chicken and every possible meat. They'll stuff themselves until it's time to start the fast. And after that, maybe they will do their prayers and sleep. And when they wake up, all the way, you don't feel hungry until I think 2, 3, 4, whatever. And by the time it is 5 or 6 in the evening, then they have to break the fast. So it's a bit of a challenge for the first week, okay, because you're just getting into the zone of fasting. But after that, it predominantly becomes easy. And you'll see many Arabs who go to the gym, who work normal. But yes, almost all of them, they rush from work. They want to go home. They want to sleep. And then, prepare themselves for when they have to break the fast. So it is a complete lifestyle change for 30 days. And it's kind of good because there you are fasting and depriving your body of excess nutrition, processed food and all that. So it's kind of good. People get healthy and all that. But now, keep in mind, there is also the drawbacks. And why I'm explaining this with regards to job search, you'll understand, is people get very irritated. People get very irritated. People have, especially even when I did intermittent fasting, and I still do, when you're not eating for 12 hours or 14 hours or 16 hours, you do get irritated. And for people who smoke and drink, oh, it's even worse. And I can assure you this, there are many, many Muslims who namesake show that they are fasting, but they'll secretly go to the car or they'll go to the toilet and they'll smoke because you just can't, it's not easy to leave that habit. Okay. But obviously they're not going to tell you about this because, when you are in a community, it'll look very bad when everyone else is doing it and you're not. So I know this peer pressure, which is also there. But abroad, in the West and all that, people can do it optionally. But in Arab countries, it's kind of very strict. Okay. And I know lots of people who do it, who don't do it. The ones who don't do it, don't talk about it. Okay. However, in public, you will be fasting or at least showing that you're fasting. And the mood is very different. People are more like very cool, calm. Ladies don't put makeup. But now, how does it affect you if you're looking out for a job? One is there are fewer number of hours. It starts early and it finishes early. Like in most, I think in government companies, depending on what they announce, it'll be 5 days a week or whatever. But at the same time, there's no break in between. So it'll be reduced to 6 working hours. So you'll see people come on time and leave immediately on time. So you have lesser number of hours. Now, it is only for Arab Muslims. The other expatriates, they will have to compensate working extra number of hours. So you'll see them working not only their number of hours, but also the Arabs' number of hours. So they'll be working more time, but they don't talk about this, but it is followed. But the Arab Muslims, they will go home on time. Now, the first problem that you'll encounter if you're hunting for a job is traffic will be mad. Everyone has to go to the office on time. So before, if you had 45 minutes delay, now you'll have 2 hours delay. Okay. Number one, there'll be mad traffic. Number two is there'll be plenty of accidents. There'll be plenty of incidents of fighting, shouting, because everyone's losing their brains and everyone's irritated. Uh, Number three is everyone will be in a rush. Everyone will be wanting to get work done fast, finish things fast. Nobody will have time for anyone else. Okay, and it's going to be mad. And I'll tell you, because of the heat, it's going to really put people's tempers right out front and center. Um, Obviously, you cannot eat and drink outside, so everything will be shush. But there'll be some places where they take special permission and they cover a certain area, and there they eat. But out of respect, they don't eat in front of other people. In Arab countries, they follow this protocol. I do not know whether in Saudi also they are modernizing themselves this way. But before, if you see 20 years ago, nobody was allowed to eat, drink, nothing. But today you can eat and drink, but in selected covered areas. Okay. So now you will not have decision makers, especially if they're Arab and Muslim. They will not be available. They'll have a very tight schedule and they will come on time and go on time. You will find it impossible to get in touch with them. You will, however, be able to get in touch with Asians. Not just Asians, non-Muslims, but predominantly Asians, because Asians are the majority. Who are non-Muslims, you'll get them. The Muslim ones also, some, depending on the company, they'll be available. Others, they'll also not be available. Now, they will also be under pressure because they are taking more work. Now, if you are searching for a job, I can assure you this much. You're going to find it very tough because as it is, the traffic is crazy. As it is, people have very short fuse. People have to complete the same amount of work in lesser number of hours. So it'll be very hard to get appointments, very hard to get meetings, very hard to meet people. And I would specially discourage you to go during peak hours, the peak hours during whatever time before 8, 2 hours before, it's going to be packed jam. And I think the traffic after 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, 2 till 4 or 5 will be mad. You will be stuck in traffic. And when people are going from office to home, these are from my days, you are going to end up spending 3 to 4 hours in traffic. And if there's an accident, you can say the whole day you'll spend in traffic. It's going to be crazy. So I would say better don't travel. Wherever you are, stay where you are and do work, whether it's a cafe or whether it's internet, where you have an internet connection. Take your laptop, do your work there. I would encourage you to have more of Zoom meetings, have more of emails, have more of appointment-based, uh, uh, interactions. If you can avoid traveling, that would be great. But if you have a face-to-face meeting, just make sure it's not during those peak hours. And if it is during peak hours, then plan out your day accordingly. And yes, if you're not fasting, keep your snacks and whatever with you in the car and park in some dark area, especially in underground parking or something. Cover the whole thing and just eat quickly. Make sure there's no, signs that you've eaten. Smoking, please be careful, because if you smell of smoke, it'll be like, oh, did you smoke? And then you have these embarrassing questions to face. If you have to meet anyone, meet them during the morning hours. That is until 12 o'clock, because after that, their mood starts deteriorating. And yes, after the first week will be rather tough. Second week onwards, it becomes easy. And also keep in mind, when Eid is coming, that is, Ramadan is going to get over, there's going to be a holiday for 1 week, in some cases 2 weeks. Some people take a holiday. So you're not going to get anything done in those days. And that is going to be even worse because now people are celebrating, they'll all be going out. So there's going to be mad rush, and the maximum number of accidents take place during Ramadan, especially when they're driving home, and Eid when they're celebrating, and deaths, maximum number of deaths. So please be careful. I would just say that you have to plan in advance if you're a job seeker. You have to prepare in advance. Most of the meetings you will have to have face-to-face sessions, which will be more better. If they say send me an email and all that, it's just going to be just like a brush off. Yeah, send me an email and they'll not bother. I would say if you can do it via Zoom, that will save you a lot of headache. If you have to meet face-to-face, plan out one day in advance what you're going to do, how you're going to go about. And wherever possible, after 1 o'clock, just avoid being on the road. Stay wherever you are, have your laptop, have your internet, and work from whichever location that you are. And if you have to travel only when they are breaking their fast, so the roads are empty. And yes, please do take care of yourself. Honestly speaking, I discourage people to travel to UAE or the Middle East during Ramadan because it's going to be very stressful. It's going to be it's going to be very tough, man. It's everyone is in a hurry. Lot of things to finish in fewer number of working hours. And yes, the only time people are going to be a little bit relaxed is only after they break their fast. And there are actually people who work after breaking their fast. So maybe there is where you can actually meet people and interact with them. Anyway, these are some of the tips that I wanted to give you for those who are looking out for jobs or planning to come to the Middle East during Ramadan. It's going to be a tough time, but like I said, it's not impossible. Only thing, it'll be extremely tough. And yeah, get ready for a lot of people to be very moody, rush, in a hurry. And yeah, especially the first week. Yeah. And if someone smokes and drinks, expect their moods to be at a different level altogether. Yeah, the ladies will not put makeup and they will be without makeup, but always adjusting the other thing. The guys will be okay after the first week, and then you'll see the normal guys come to the gym and all that. But majority, I can tell you, there are quite a number of them who don't fast, who don't do anything, but they want to show that they do it. Simple reason is, we live in a very modern times where people don't give a damn. But you have to show that you're religious. And how I know this, I have plenty of Muslim friends friends means people who I know, who don't fast, don't do anything. And it's selective fasting. Instead of breaking the fast this time, they'll do it that time. Anyway. Personal choice. Anyway, good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Any questions? This is me signing off. You guys take care. Bye.